Okay, so we're making a start on some of the clean out of a few more of the CB radios that are definitely a little bit more rare in this type of condition. As you can see, there's not a mark on the cases there, just has the bracket, power cord, etc., proper realistic mic. So you know, this is sort of what people are 100% searching for. All the digits work. Better make sure of that before I make the big statement. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Yeah. Okay. Round of 40 and back to 35. Yeah, all working. And let's just have a little look. Does she modulate? Hello, 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 1, 2. Oh, that's right. I had a 100-watt signal going into there before, so of course my monitor level. Am I going the right way? That's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. We'll come back to the 20-watt scale here. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello. Can't even whistle at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Hello. It is as standard, as bulk standard as standard gets. Actually, I'm not even tuned up on here correctly at the moment. 7, 3, 5, 5. And I'm actually listening through an old Yaesu here. When I say old Yaesu, very nice 747. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on frequency. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Hello. Yeah. So basically, working. Let's just see. The reason I tuned up the analyzer, check the receive. Well, it receives. Okay. How well does it receive? Let's have a look here. Hearing 0.6 of a microvolt. We normally like to go to 0.5. 0.5 of a microvolt. Hearing beautifully. Tell you what, for an old 858 chassis, you know, that is really hearing well and working well. Now, we're not... hang on, just get rid of that. I'm not going to do the full upgrade on this one. It's so clean, it's so standard, that we're just going to sell it as is. I mean, look, you know, if you decide you want to get us to tune it before it goes out, I mean, we can certainly discuss that. You know, we can get more power out of it. We can probably, you know, sort of knock it up a few more watts if needed. But sometimes we're getting a lot of collectors just want the, you know, well, two reasons for that. Not just because they're standard and not being touched, etc. But also, I've got a number of collectors who I've sold various bits of test equipment to, etc., who are learning to work on their own gear, and it's been good to watch them progress and to learn, you know, just exactly what's needed to. And look, you know, seriously, if you've got a Sam's manual for the radio, I was just looking at the junk here. There was a Sam's manual here to show you one, but must have put it back. Maybe I'll put it back in the museum building where it was meant to go. Sorry, just having a look here. Oh no, hang on. Just a matter of having a look underneath enough stuff. Yeah. So, look, this is not the Sam's manual for this particular one here. This was for a what were we working on? Oh, the 79900 Midland. That's right. Actually, well, so that's got to go back out to the museum where I've got the full set out there. The other thing too is I do have some spares of Sam's manuals now. I'm going to be selling them as a lot. I'm never selling my whole kit until I die. So but I do have probably 50 or 60 Sam's manuals there that will be one allotment. So if you have any interest in those, need to get on to be fast about that. Once I advertise them, they will go very fast. I guarantee you. So I'd like to try and put things out to our YouTube subscribers first. Gives them a chance to, you know, have a bit of a look at what's available. But yeah, look, just going, not harping on this point, but we do have a number of people who are learning to work on radios, and they're actually one in particular, Tony, you know who you are. He's a bit new to it, but he's got a very diagnostic approach, and he's reading circuits very literally, which is good. You know, it actually is. He's looking for, you know, which stage works. He's had a couple of receiver issues on radios where, you know, I've kind of looked at the fault and gone, okay, well, that might have been a bit of a nasty one, you know, but he's working through them. So it just shows you don't have to be a qualified radio tech to get involved in playing around with, you know, radios. And I would, once you've got some test equipment, your home and host. We will be selling, speaking of test equipment, that beautiful system I bought in from the US is going to be coming up for sale. I've just got too much gear here at the moment. This will hurt a lot because this is just beautiful. This is all original boxes from the US, all the original Sencor booklets, etc. Look, this was a find and a half. As you can imagine, it cost me a fortune. This is a big box, sort of to bring over from the US, etc. It cost me an absolute fortune to get over. Hasn't really been utilised at all to how I would have or should have used it. But of course, we've got a lot of different test equipment that we use at different benches. 2001s, and then there's IFR 500s, etc. A lot of stuff, that, and obviously every other workshop. We've got 3 workshops on this premise, and every other one has got a bit of test equipment in it. And we're actually just we've got 2 coming down from Queensland, 2 more of these, and they will be 100%. So I can train up other techs or would-be techs. We'll see. People that want to learn a bit, we're going to put them on benches here. I'm just never going to get to everything if I keep doing it the way I'm doing it. So we're going to get train some people up here. A couple of mates of mine I think could actually learn quite a bit. Okay, so back onto the 448. Very nice radio, very basic really. RF gain, mode switch, noise blanker, PACB switch, clarifier squelch. So I won't try and overrate any great features, but this was a hugely collectible model, and finding one in this sort of condition is really, really something. So whoever does get this, you are buying a very, very nice TRC448. I'm not going to put a price on it today. I'd be interested to hear from people as to what they think it's worth. Actually, Paul from Pull It Apart, Paul Ashby, be interested in what you think, mate, because I know you've been a bit involved with these. I haven't sold one for a very long time, but I certainly haven't seen one in this sort of condition for a very long time either. And that's the thing, is that, look, if someone just offers me $200 for it, well, no, it'll sit on our museum shelf and it can just stay there. But if someone offers the right money, we do need to clear out some stuff. So I'm definitely happy to listen to decent offers. All right, well, there you go. TRC 448. We're going to have some 449s, 450s, 451s coming up. We've got just about every realistic radio ever made out there. They're all going to be coming up for sale. And it's just whether or not people want to pay half reasonable money for them. If they do, great, they'll be sold. If they don't, they'll just sit on the shelves, and when I die, they go to auction. But we've already sort of worked out how that's going to happen. And just so you know, that will be a US company. We were going to use Lloyd's, but then we got put onto a US company who was actually much better to do this. Even though the stock will be here in Australia, it's worked out that we can sell it through a US auction, and then basically a lot of shipping involved. Anyway, I don't know how successful that'll go, but I won't be around. I'll be dead. So this is definitely after I'm gone. I don't intend to auction a bloody thing while I'm still on the planet. I prefer doing it this way. I love going through the radios, love playing with them. So anyway, all good. Okay, TRC448. If you've got any interest in it, email brenton@posdav.com.au. Guys, please hit the subscribe button. We're trying to just get the numbers up a bit, mainly so that we can get some of this out. And one of the reasons that YouTube doesn't work for us really on a sales side is that we just don't have the subscriber base, and so this is why you find us putting the YouTube advert basically onto 40 million different sites to then get the sale. And don't get me wrong, I've got some great people who support us well on YouTube, but with the magnitude of the stock we've got to get rid of, no, we're going to have to do something a bit smarter than that to get through it all. Literally 1,300 radios still to go minimum. I've had one of my mates been doing a bit of work with me, and he just said, I think you're a bit light on your number of what, because I know we started around 2,600 radios, and no, he might be right. I've got him doing a bit of a stock take at the moment, trying to get through what's in ham radio, what's in CB radio. And a lot of we sold over $500,000 last year, so it was a busy year. I don't know what we'll sell this year. We'll see. We'll find out. I don't care. The money is insignificant to me, as far as I'm probably not going to be around to be there to enjoy it. But hey, if you're buying radios from us, know that it's going to a good cause, because when the worst does happen, I want the best for Sam, and that's the thing. I think that's where a lot of people have been very compassionate, and that is very much appreciated. Okay, what do we got? TRC 448. Beautiful radio. All right, guys, all the best. 73s.